Hello, this is James. We got these Cyberdark from Zane, and at least one person on my Discord wants me to make a deck with them. So let's dive in. But first, we need to do a little bit of analysis. We need to think about what kind of synergies can be had. So all of our Cyberdarks, we have the face, we have the wings, and we have the body, and together they can form this unintelligible creature. let's talk about, and they all share the effect of when they're normal summoned, select one level 3 or lower dragon type, equip it, and they gain that much attack. So, and they all have their individual effects, which are sort of lackluster. The body, when it destroys a monster, inflicts 300 effect damage. The face does pierce, and the wings are actually the best one. The wings can attack directly while maintaining a high attack to protect itself. So, Cyberdark Edge, I will actually call you by your name. So they want a monster from the graveyard, and then their fusion card has the ability to utilize them from the graveyard. So they want the mill, they crave the milling. And since I don't have any good Lightsworn cards, we're gonna use the grass looks greener in a 30 card deck. So the grass looks greener, you get to mill a bunch of stuff off the top of your deck. But then that leaves the issue of what level 3 what level 3 or lower dragon type monster are we gonna base this around? And we could be lazy. We could just go drop 500 gems on the Kaiba structure deck, get Hunter Dragon with its 1700 attack points, and stuff that in there and call it a day. But let's try and dig. Let's try and dig for a little more graveyard synergy with Armed Dragon. So Armed Dragon level 3 has a respectable 1200 attack. When combined with 800 attack, that's 2000. That's very nice. And he has a whole line of other dragons that also love graveyard synergy, because the higher level Armed Dragons, basically, if you can discard a monster, you can discard a monster and then destroy monsters on your opponent's battlefield that have equal or lesser attack than the opponent's monsters. So let's put in 3 level 5s, 3 level 3s, 2 level 7s, and then 1 level 10 just for funsies. And then with that, we're also going to use the level up cards. So with our Armed Dragons, if we have Armed Dragon level 5 out, he can destroy one monster. If we have level 10 or level 7 to discard, we can destroy basically anything that we want. But mostly we're going to be having, this and this to discard. Well, and then you can also discard himself. Discard another copy of him from the hand. But with Cyberdark, the small Cyberdarks and the Armed Dragons, they're still useful because they can pop the small furries. So if you have Armed Dragon level 5, he can discard a Cyberdark and pop a Dompa. So if furries weren't in the mix, that wouldn't be useful at all. But since they're the top meta, we gotta think about that. And then and then we're just gonna we're gonna use the filler, the level 3 filler that I do have. So Dweller in the Depths and Twin-Headed Behemoth are just 1500 attack point sides of beef for this Cyberdark monster. So instead of 2000 with Armed Dragon level 3, they'll get 2300 with one of these two. And then Twin-Headed Behemoth, when it's destroyed by battle or when it's destroyed off of one of the Cyberdarks. So if the Cyberdark would be destroyed, the equip is destroyed instead. So if Behemoth gets destroyed off of that, he gets to come back, and then, I don't know, you can use him to tribute. Or you can just use him to block, or whatever. And then finally, with all the milling, I was using Needlebug Nest, but we just have some standard back row protection. Impenetrable attack, lets us protect level 3, so we can turn into level 5. And then Wall of the Daddy, just good for really anything. And then our skill is going to be Draconic Fusion. At the beginning of the duel, add a Dragon's Mirror and a 500 dragon to your extra deck. Can be used when your life points decrease to 1800 instead conducting your normal draw, Dragon's Mirror is added to your hand from your deck. So Dragon's Mirror lets you banish 5 dragons, any 5 dragons, to summon your 5-headed dragon. So in actuality, you know, we have Cyberdark Dragon. We can fuse from Impact into Cyberdark Dragon from the graveyard. But probably our like when the chips are down, our big boss is going to be the 5-headed dragon, who does not care about the Wall of Daddy, because if he's by himself on the field, Wall of Daddy only reduces his attack to 4,200, and that still beats anything in the game. And running Cyberdarks on Chaz makes sense because the hair is the same. It's spiky. All right, we're going first against Bandit Keith, the Burger King, and ooh, there's our Draconic Fusion. Tells the opponent that we have Draconic Fusion. We have the Cyberdark skill. We have grass, and we're gonna go. Since we milled the proper materials, we're gonna go straight into our Cyberdark Dragon. Oh, and I neglected to mention, with the big level ups, Cyberdark Dragon has some beefy targets for its own equip effect. Okay, so we have Light Sworns. Light Sworns are gonna mill. And this is when I was using Needlebug. I just swapped out the 3 Needlebugs for the 3, more standard traps. Light Sworn like summons Lila. Lila targets the Needlebug, which is a bad thing to target. Needlebug just mills more stuff, more dragons, and our opponent cannot do anything against our massive Cyberdark monster, and that's a clumsy D-Wit. Alright, we're going second against Mako Tsunami. Battle of the Spiky Hair. Alright, we got that Mythic Depths and that Draconic Fusion. Did you think that this was just for memes? It's mostly for me. So this is a real deck. We got the Grass of Screener, milled a bunch of dragons, and a couple Cyberdark parts. We're gonna normal summon our level 3. Our opponent is going to activate Battery Man Solo. So this is Impenetrable attack, protecting the level 3 that lets him evolve into level 5 because he survived a standby phase. So there's our level 5. We can't use his discard effect to destroy, but we're going to feel out the defenses with the face and equipping the level 3. And we feel into a Wall of the Daddy. Fortunately, we have our own Wall of the Daddy. We have a Chalice, and then we're just going to hit that with Wall of the Daddy, because otherwise we would lose. That threatens game, but the opponent does pop our Draconic Fusion. Dragon's Mirror, banish 5 dragon types, and this is our final play. And we make sure to get the crippled armed dragon off the field. Go Cyberdark Horn. Ooh, Mirror Wall, Forbidden Chalice, and this is why, you know, if your opponent's not running Super Rush, 5-headed dragon is great, because look at that. That was 2 attack manipulating cards, and he just tanked it up like a boss monster. Our opponent has 700 life points. Dark Core banishes, but no remaining moves. So the face is going to finish this up. Alright, we're going first against Zane Truesdale, and our final 3 are going to be all Zane Truesdale. Alright, so there's a Draconic Fusion. Okay, so we have Behemoth, and the body, and the grass. But we only mill 5. We get a level 3, we get a face, we get a level... Oh, and yeah, 2 level 3s, a face, Wall of Daddy, and a Cyber Impact. Opponent does not attack into our monster. Okay, so we get body. Body gets level 3. Switch up the Behemoth. Our opponent opts to not destroy, but send to the graveyard the body, so Behemoth gets the attack. Another set. I'm suspicious of Wall of the Daddy. Probably not in play, but Cyberdark Edge, 1,000 attack points. Alright. And then now we can go into the Cyber Impact, and here is where I misplay. Cyberdark Dragon, okay, yeah, that's great. So I needed the Cyber Impact so that I could destroy this Jade Knight. I could get over this Jade Knight. There wasn't anything bigger to equip than a level 3, but that's fine. That gets us over 1,800, and I should have put both of these into attack position, but I was playing around with Wall of Daddy, but not in a good way. So we have game. We got enemy controllered. Could have won. Could have won. Check this deck. And if he had, because the thing is, if he had Wall of Daddy, he would have played it. So don't be afraid of the Daddy. And that's just enough for him to go Cyber Style, Cyber Dragon's Vi, and the full-blown Cyber End Dragon. Let's watch this. Let's watch this animation. Oh, I am jealous. This is the secret gem. I think this is a better dragon than Cyberdark Dragon. As we were about to see, it slipped away. I activate Draconic Fusion. The only thing is you have to do it blind. You can't check your graveyard, and we didn't have enough. We didn't have enough materials to go into 5-headed. All right, we're going first against Zane Truesdale, and this one's gonna be quick. Okay, so there's Draconic Fusion telling the opponent we have Wall of Daddy, we have Impenetrable Attack, we have level 10 and level 3. Opponent passes. It is immediately apparent that this is the Cyber Style deck. Alright, yep, then that confirms it. So we attack with 1, we get Kribo'd, but we're not going to give him the pleasure of his Cyber Style. So since Armed Dragon level 5, and then, so I attacked directly. There was actually strategy there. I attacked directly with Cyber Edge, with the wings, to reduce his life points to 3,000. Now he can no longer use Solemn Scolding. And then I destroy the monster with Armed Dragon level 5, and that lets me level him up to level 7. And let's watch this animation. Yes! Look at that. Oh man, that's probably the best one. Look at him formulating. And then punch the Grand Canyon. Okay? So we're not letting him. So the thing is, that only lets him get 1 Proto Dragon off his Cyber Style instead of 2. He's gonna go Cyber Style. He gets 1 Proto. There's the True Nade, and then Fusion summons. I think it's 3 monsters into Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Oh, and this should be another animation. Zane should have 15 animations, but he cannot overcome the might of Armed Dragon level 7, and he scoops. Alright, we're going second against Zane Truesdale, and this one's good, my boys. This one is very good. Okay, Life Point Boost Alpha, not Cyber Style. Set. We have a double Graphic Screener, and we mill a bunch of dragons. That's the important thing. We mill a bunch of dragons. So we attack with our Twin-Headed Behemoth, and he pops Widespread Ruin. We have Wall of the Daddy protecting our Behemoth. That was perhaps impetuous. We set a Wall of the Daddy and a Bluff. So he Tribute takes, goes for the damage, even though this would actually give me 5-headed dragon. But anyway, we're gonna hit that Wall of the Daddy, because we wanna win it. So now we have 2 bluffs. And the thing is that since he has the good, I only have like 2 good back row. And I checked his deck afterwards. This guy had like 15 good back row. So the impact of that is he thinks that I have the good back row when all I have is Graphic Screener. Pretty funny. Tributes the Hunter Dragon for a Jinzo. Oh man, it's a good thing I popped both my Walls of Daddy already, huh? Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy with the Wall of the Daddy. So Jinzo, and then we're going to be able to go into Cyberdark Impact. And the thing about Cyberdark Impact is that it shuffles. If they're in the graveyard, it shuffles them back into the deck. That actually lets you, that puts you back up cards, and it lets you activate Graphic Screener again. So Cyberdark Dragon, pick the big boy this time. We get to mill another 3. We get an Armed Dragon, we get a face, and we get a level 3, and no back row. So we're gonna pop that Jinzo in the mouth. Alright? And then so we have another set. We're gonna go for the kill. Armed Dragon level 5 with the level up spell. We attack, we get hit with another Widespread Ruin, and then we destroy the Exploder Dragon, but our level 5 is destroyed. Okay, so we're gonna go with the body. Body's gonna equip Twin-Headed Behemoth, but another trap! Okay, so just so close. So close to victory. A Cyberdark Edge. Alright, and this is what I'm talking. Alright, so this is the Hunter Dragon. This is the card you know, usually, unless you have like some sweet Armed Dragon synergies, you want to power up your Cyberdarks with Hunter Dragon, because look at that. Cyberdark Edge is 2500 attack, right? That can just stand up to most monsters by itself, and then it can also has the option to attack directly. That's very good. So destroys our guy, but he stays on the field because only the equip is destroyed. Okay, and that's very important because that lets us body block, and we're gonna. Okay, so that's 300 effect damage from the body, 2500 direct damage. We only have 100 life points left, and it is now time to activate Draconic Fusion. Dragon's Mirror. Banish all of the non-useful dragons. I left level 10 in case we could get Cyberdark out once more. And there's the Wall of the Deadly, feebly trying to resist the 5-headed dragon, but there is no resisting. So, that's our final boss monster, 5-headed dragon. I hope you've enjoyed this synergy. I enjoyed making the deck. Thank you for watching.